just get wet. You say, girl, relax your mind, I'll take care of the rest. Say no more, I'll give you every part of me, and only ask that you would give me every inch of you. I mean that in so many ways. Every pulsating movement has got me in a daze. You got me in a daze. Oh, baby, let's get high and then maybe we can vibe a bit. Fall deep into your abyss, never to return again. Baby, let's get high and then maybe we can vibe a bit. Wanna fall deep into your abyss, never to return again.
Wanna get down with the Bars Revolution? We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Bars On Air.
You should be there. I want this to go on HBO. I want this going China 7, China 5, prime time, stop HBO. And they, man, when I mean fake, man, they fake. They be beat. They like cartoons, man, they ain't real. You can do anything with a plastic, you know what I mean?
Murder in the streets, that's the execution. Yo, our evolution starting with the revolution. So tell them that we want a retribution. Right now. These better come up with a resolution. Right, they wasn't talking about us in the Constitution. That's why most of my in the distribution. Soul gang, this the movement. I just write it all down, put it in my music.
Killing us, man. I'm telling you, man, they killing us. They don't give us no law or nothing. They laugh, they smile in your face and stab you in your back. You already judged me before you even knew me by reading the newspaper.
Was born into a system that's designed to fail. Dying in the streets, so they die in jail. Yo, I swear, my life was like a living hell. It ain't living well, sitting in a prison cell. But through it all, though, you know we gon' still prevail. My buying scales just to get them wide sales. My man making sales, cause I ain't make the NFL. And I was blowing on the L since like I was 12. I get high as hell, why? Cause I might as well. It was my man first offense, they ain't gave him bail. If I had to give advice, this what I would tell. If you gon' do some dirt, do it by yourself.
Man, they don't do nothing but set us up and killing us, man. Talking about the system.
What is the system?
Hey, you wanna know what the system is?
Yeah.
That punk, damn, that fake judge, punk prosecuting them lawyers, that all them. Talking about the system, the police, homicide, DEA, FBI, all of them.
Man, I'm just praying for our sons and daughters. We losing too many black fathers. Black kings becoming the newest black martyrs. Won't give us justice, but still taking out black dollars. Wow, but really these is the facts, partner. That it ain't too many Sean Carters, but it's a lot of playing Bob Barkers. You live by it, you die by it. Now that's karma. He did his bid without snitching. Now that's honor. And these days we still slaves, we just smarter. Without chains, ain't much change. It's just modern. We had a black president, but it's really the same though. But we less like Kunta now. We more Django. The battle of war, all my is trained for. To cock that thing back and watch they brains blow. It's 2018 and I'm Nat Turner with a black burner, ready to commit mass murder.
Instead of putting all the liquor stores in the community, why don't you put a little daycare joint right there or something, you know? People's crazy, man. They ain't doing nothing but they might go and get a damn gun and lay everybody down and shoot everybody in the head 2 times.
I just killed this an execution. Yo, our evolution starting with the revolution. So tell them that we want a retribution. These better come up with a resolution. They wasn't talking about us in the Constitution. That's why most of my is in the distribution. Soul gang, this the movement. I just write it all down, put it in my music.
That's all they doing, they just doing it in another way.
R.I.P. to all the fallen soldiers, yeah. We need justice, yeah. We want justice. Mike Brown, Freddie Gray, Trayvon Martin, Philandro Castile, Alton Sterling, Tamir Rice, Terrence Crutcher, Keith Scott, Corinne Gaines, Emmett Till, Terrence Sterling. R.I.P. to my Troublefield. Salute to all the G's, all the kings and queens, all my behind the wall. All my down at war. Soul Gang, J Heat. The heat is on.
Got a question about music, sports, politics, relationships, or anything you think Throwback can answer? Then send your questions for Hey AJ, what do you say? to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com or tweet us at Bars on Air.
Yeah.
Fucking season. For the whole summer. Walked in the club with my G-Wall in the building, what it do? Everybody gone off the Henny boys, you know how we do. The light must have hit my chain just right, cause I seen this little chick coming through. She approached me real aggressive, how I like her. Then she said my name, Val, who are you? I told her I'm the boss of my city. Laughed, I ain't the boss, but I boss, of course. My name Burt Bucks, but you can call me Bucks. What you doing in this place? I ain't never seen you. She said she from out of town. Told her, well, I'll show you around. Said she with a couple friends. I said, long story short, we end up. The girls with my fellas, and I know they about to get it in. She just another you. Man, she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you. Man, she just another you. Man, she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you.
I'll see you on the track.
I'm just another you. She see me, she see you. She say I'm just like you. Cause all I heard I put her through. It's hard, but I'ma see us make it through. Stay down with my crew, do what we had to do. Ain't no options, had to go and get the loot. My vision, I just wanna ride around in a new cool. And I ain't got no patience, no stopping. I just drive with ambition, live my life on the mission. Remember nights up in the kitchen, on the block I used to pitch it. Love me blowing kisses, taking sneak dissing. And no, I ain't trippin', I ain't worried, I'ma get it. I ain't sorry, but I don't love these. One hurt me all the same. I don't trust
man,
these.
she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you. Man, she just another you. Man, she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you. She just another you. Man, she just another you. Man, she just another you. Man, she be just like you, wildin' just like you, scrapping just like you, acting just like you. Hopped in the car, who moved the seat just like you. Pulled up on the G, tryna beef just like you. Sexy just like you, but vex me just like you. called 50 times and want nothing just like you. Pulling out weapons, trying to stab me just like you. That's why I need another. She'll probably be just like you. Looking for a wife, dig, cause I don't like what wife do. Want your money, time, and your life too spiteful. Cuss me out, the words feel like shots from a rifle. I take them and I stride, cause I'm a man with pride. When I try to leave, she say, if you did, you gon' die. That's the type that had me thinking, damn, shorty wild. And she never gonna change, so I'ma stay the f*** out her way. Cause she just another you. She just another you. And she just another you. She just another you. And she just another you. She just another you. And she just another you. And she just another you. And she just another you. She just another you. And she just another you. She just another you. And she just another you. She just another you. And she just another you. And she just another you.
Giving you the full spectrum with our topics, segments, guests, and of course, the best indie music in the DMV and beyond. This is the Balancing Act Radio Show, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
I hear you talking, I don't care what these thoughts say. I don't give a damn, better check out my resume. Balenciaga's my IG looking lit today. You rock that I wore that like yesterday. She be popping lips, said she hitting my head. I don't give a thing, really my hitter. Stupid, you think I'ma stop smashing the hitter? I'm in the G5 jet lag with a hitter. Everybody, you know that these suits for everybody. You know that these suits for everybody. You know that these suits for everybody. He keep me fresher than the next chick. No need for me to ever sweat the next chick. With speed, he make the best chick. See the exit, indeed, you gotta know I'm thoroughly respected. Long as he hit my jack, the mother broads, he don't hit them back. Matter of fact, bring them back, make a liquor stack. He love me though, never tell me though. Kiss and hug me though. You rent the sick, but I own it though. That's why I'm on it. So push panorama, shoot Alexander. Good girl, but I got a bad manners. Nick got the hammer, make up, put they hands up. One fella, two ladies, I'ma get the camera. Everybody, you know that these suits for everybody. 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 You know that these suits for. Listen, I know my boo be out here doing his thing, but I'm not about to leave him. My credit score going up. I'm about to buy this house. We about to start this business. I ain't going nowhere. Everybody.
Pick of the week, only on Bars, on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Hey, yeah, we about to get this started. All of my girls act naughty. All of my retarded. All of my caught it. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. Hey, we about to get this started. All of my girls act naughty. All of my retarded. All of my caught it. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. Hey, we about to get this started. All of my retarded. Pop a perky, my darling. Body drank her water. Bad, my shawty. One of my baddest ratchets. She got the trophy, she won a Lombardi. Hey, It's fat, big, yeah, bust on all of them, ayy. Magic, voila, disappear. Get ghosts on all of them, ayy. We do not sleep at the slumber. She naked up under that jumper. I scope her out like a hunter. I made it hot in the winter. My wrist froze up the summer. Ayy, bow that yellow, come on. Get ghetto. 5 shots, 10 points, 2 assists. Yeah, I'm passing the solo. Ayy, they roll one, straight paper, no blush. Yeah, he don't do riddles. Ayy, crushing your shorty like Ello. Pull out on you like hello. Red like the devil. All of my feel special. All of my feel special. Yeah. We about to get it started. 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 All of my girls love Cardi. 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 We about to get it started. All of my girls act naughty. All of my retarded. All of my Cardi. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. Hey, we about to get it started. All of my girls act naughty. All of my retarded. All of my Cardi. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. Hey, only bad welcome. Party high like Delta. Slumber party got ratchet. Serving Hennessy and checkers. Pour Henny on all their pajamas. Take it off, I'ma start throwing dollars. She thirsty, need water. Hit a power up, got stronger. In the party like Hercules. White like a man to please. Then I hit her with that 9-hand. Clothes off like a strip tease. You know that I did it with ease. 2 of my girls in between. I am the man of their dreams. We gon' the tell and just leave. Party with my shawty. Got light skin, got darkers. Got short ones, got tallers. Ain't sleep in till the morning. We gon' party hard till tomorrow. Gon' party hard till tomorrow. Ain't sleep in till the morning. We gon' the tell and just leave. We about to get this started. All of my girls act naughty. All of my retarded. All of my Cardi. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. Hey, we about to get this started. All of my girls act naughty. All of my retarded. All of my Cardi. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. We about to turn up the stay over. Let's throw a slumber party. Hey.
Welcome back to the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Welcome back, y'all. This is Bars, right here on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app.
Welcome back to the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDC.
Sometimes working with this equipment here is a little tricky.
Powered by GoWin.media.
But anyway, you just heard the fish grease pick of the week. That was Sideshow Marley with Slumber Party. Shout out Miss Razzle Dazzle. Man, let me tell y'all, people, if y'all got people in your corner, you need to take notes from Miss Razzle Dazzle. When I say this woman plugged for her artists, she plugged. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it takes to get the People's Choice Edition Fish Grease Pick of the Week. So, shout out Miss Razzle Dazzle. Shout out Sideshow Marley. Before that, we had Shanti McCoy with Everybody. Before that, Burke Bucks featuring Losi on the track, She Just Another You. The homie Jay Heat, with one of my favorite songs from The Heat is on. Yeah, one of my favorite songs from The Heat is on 1831. Before that, we had Katana Zane with Magic. Don B, the artist, with Loot. And starting off the set, we had Path P with For the Win. And hold on one second, y'all. Yero, you on the line, brother?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on? We had to do this a little old school, little bootleg way, but we got you on, brother.
It's all good. I'm here with you.
Yeah. So as y'all can hear, this is our producer of the week, whose instrumentals you were hearing from Tea and Trees. You know what I'm saying? So glad to have you here on Bars with us, brother.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be with you, bro. I'm glad to be with y'all, man. It's an honor and a pleasure, and it's good to be heard back home, you know what I'm saying, all the way from out here on the left coast, you dig?
That's right. Yeah, this brother representing Southeast all day, you know what I'm saying?
All day, man, all day. Fairfax Village, man, Alabama Avenue, Ward 7, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, yeah, let's go ahead
get rolling with it. So, you know, me and you, we had a conversation on Instagram. We were talking about, you know, your history in the music industry that actually spans more than 2 decades. But one of the things I wanted to highlight that you said, if there's anyone I tip my musical hat to, it's my father. And that's definitely a sentiment that I can relate to because, you know, my father's the biggest reason why I'm involved in music too, you know, particularly as a DJ and a radio personality. So speak about how your father was involved in the industry, the biggest lessons you learned from him, and specifically the importance of black men, you know, us having our fathers in our lives, especially in what can be a treacherous industry.
Well, man, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying, my father, he's living, and he's still in the city, and he started his own label, you know what I'm saying, his first independent imprint, you know what I'm saying, in Southeast. He was actually one of the first managers of the Soul Searchers before they signed with Chuck Brown.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So my father's been in the city for years, writing, and he used to write with Roberta Flack and Gene Carn and Al Johnson, and he wrote a song for the Whispers, and so I came up under that tutelage, and it was just a great mode for me to see how to live, because you're gonna follow something, you know what I'm saying? And if you have your father there, it's so important as a young man for, you know, your development to see what you want to be, or at least to get an opportunity to see what you can be, you know, with the possibilities. So, of course, I love my dad, so I took a liking to the music early, very early, and he noticed that, so he just started to foster it, you know what I'm saying? And before I knew it, I was playing professional drums at the age of 12, you know. He taught me a lot about music business. That it's a business first, and if I could take anything from him, it's his business acumen. You know, how he structured things, how he put his business together, and made it work for him from nothing. You know, so that was one of the biggest lessons that I learned from him, and I've just taken everything I've learned and tried to push it forward, and you know, take it further. And I got nephews and stuff that's coming up in music, so you know, just keeping the cycle going, you know? Yeah,
I can definitely understand that. So let's dig a little bit into your history in the industry. So one of your first opportunities was as an intern with the Live Squad on KISS with Pooch, P. Stu, and Steph Lover. So
oh yeah. Shout out to P. Stu, Pooch, Steph Lover, the whole 93.9 WKYS family. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely a 93.9 baby. Shout out to Mike Jones, Steve Hegwood. You know what I'm saying? All the big people up there that I was able to work with. Mama Hughes. You know what I'm saying? I've known Miss Hughes since I was like 13. You know, wow. So that was a great experience for me, learning the ins and outs of what goes on the radio side of the business. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been able to get all kinds of touches of the business from different aspects, and that was a very, very, very good lesson, you know, because you get to see how songs are placed, why they're played, what gets spins, why they get spins, you know what I'm saying, where the BDS spins, you know, the things that really matter that artists really don't know about, you know, and the reason why a lot of artists get manipulated and stuff because they lack the knowledge, you know?
Right.
So that was a great experience. Steph Lover, Pooch, and P. Stu, they were great to me, you know what I'm saying? Taught me a lot, you know what I'm saying, in regards to on-air personality, being professional in the studio, knowing how to connect with the listeners. So it was a great experience, man. You know.
Yeah. So let me ask you a quick question of a follow up to that. So, given the fact that you were in radio and then you yourself as an artist, like, was there anything that you did in that, or that you learned in that time that affected the way that like you approached your music, or the way that you approached like promoting your music, or anything like that?
Well, I've always had a moral compass with my music.
Right.
Because that's just at the core who I am. I have a strong feeling for my people, a passion for my people, and for just the human race in general, you know what I'm saying? So my music is always there to bring enlightenment or happiness or, you know, positivity. Although I grew up in a negative area and a negative era, you know, and I just look to shed light, man. I've been through so much in the streets and stuff like that, man. I would never give darkness to my people, you know what I'm saying? So seeing behind the scenes, like a lot of stuff, you know, there are a lot of things that make you raise your eyebrow. And of course, I took notice to a lot of those things, knowing definitely I don't want to go down certain paths to get on. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do certain things. So I've taken, my road may be longer, but it's going to be stronger.
I hear
you
that.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely respect that way of thinking. Now, speaking of, you know, where you come from, like we said in the opening, you know, you hail, you know, proudly from Southeast. And I love your nickname on Facebook, Clint Southeastwood, man. That's like you can really like that's like a strong nickname right there. You know what I'm saying? I love that, man. But you know, you also have 20 years of being in Los Angeles on the West Coast. And, you know, I know a lot of people from this area who, you know, they've decided to move out to LA. So talk about, for you and your experience, what prompted you to move out west and how different, like, the culture overall between the hospitality, the music, and everything is from the DMV in your experience.
Well, I came out here early, and what prompted me, I always had the passion to come out here. And initially I was in school, but my mother passed away when I was like my first year in college, right?
Oh, man. Wow.
So I decided to go ahead and push, because I had already, you know what I'm saying, I was already moving in that direction. And I had a family friend that was already out there in comedy. You probably know Red Grant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Red was like, you know, he grew up alongside my sister. You know what I'm saying? Our mothers were real close friends, as you know, as parents coming up in DC or whatever. So he was like, yeah, come out LA. Came out that joint and grinded and been here ever since. You know what I'm saying? And I just dove in head first when I came here and just started getting into everything from comedy to writing to acting to music. And the one thing I can say about the West Coast is if you come here and you be yourself, they love you.
Yeah.
And they're gonna treat you like family, and they're gonna respect you, and it's gonna be home to you eventually. But if you come here and you try to be like you from here, and you start putting on like you from here and getting all twisted up in negative stuff, it's going to eat you alive. It's the same thing anywhere. You can't go to Southeast and start acting like you from Southeast and then playing around there.
Right.
Something's going to happen.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So you just come here and be on what you focused about, you know, what you dreamed about before you came here, because there's a lot of distraction. So you want to be focused. And I'm just saying that to all the artists in D.C. that have aspirations of moving out here. If you come out here, be focused, because everything that's there to tempt you is on 100 out here.
Yeah.
From money to drugs to women to cars to trips to houses, things you have never seen in your life. I've seen things and been places that will blow your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to stay grounded, you got to know who you are. You got to know, first and foremost, have a direct relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? And hold to that and stay focused on your goals. And it would just be like in any other place in the world. You know what I'm saying? But it's a great place to cultivate your creativity.
Yeah.
I'll tell anybody that. Like, if you want to cultivate your creativity, California is a great place. You know what I'm saying, to do that.
Yeah. So let me ask you this real quick. Would you, I mean, given how long you've been in Los Angeles and in California, would you ever move back this way?
move back, I would. I would if given the opportunity, I have the resources. I'll definitely have a place out there as well. I mean, I got family out there, so there's not no necessity for me to have a place out there, But I wouldn't mind, but I'm telling you, I love being out here. You know what I'm saying? I love living out here. I love the weather. I don't really like the cold. Even coming up as a kid, I didn't like the cold.
Yeah, same man.
That's like the biggest thing for me, man. I really love the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love my city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I hate the cold. I can't stand the cold, man. You know what I'm saying?
And we definitely get all 4 seasons here. Get all of them.
yeah, no doubt, man. But I definitely miss wearing coats and boots and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Oh man. Yeah, so let's dig into your credits as a producer. So you've worked with Bone Thugs and Harmony, Hopsin. You did some work on Mike Epps' comedy album Funny Business. You also did some work on the
big bro right there.
Yeah,
that's my man. We go back before next Friday, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So when I first came out here, I was with him when he got the role.
Wow.
That's my man. We go all the way back. You know what I'm saying? That's a solid dude right there. Y'all go support his he's doing this Netflix special at Constitution Hall on the 3rd, I think, in November. So
okay.
Everybody definitely go support that.
Yeah. So talk about some of those experiences, and you've also worked with independent unsigned artists, and you also did some work on the movie Big Bear last year. So talk to us about like one of the easiest experiences you've had as a producer, one of the most challenging experiences you've had, and how having that like diverse range of production or working with different people, how that's pushed you even more as an overall artist.
Okay, you said what's been the easiest one?
Like, what was one of the easiest experiences you had working with somebody?
I think one of the easiest ones was the Bone Thug situation, because it came about to me as a remix. Okay. So, of course, I was excited, like, you know what I'm saying, getting the opportunity. But when he flew all the acapellas to me, and it had all 5 Bone members on there. You know, it was like when Flesh what was the one that was locked up?
I think it
came home.
I think it was Flesh.
Flesh. So it had all 5 of them on there, and I had all their acapellas. You know what I'm saying? Just flown out. And I just sat and listened to all the acapellas, and I was like, man, this is so. I've been listening to Bone all my young life, like, you know what I'm saying? So building the instrumental around their vocals was just easy. You know what I'm saying? It was something that I've been hearing in my head for years. You know what I'm saying? So that was it. That was a smooth experience. Now you say one that was challenging.
Yeah.
One that was challenging, I did some work for Disney, right? And
okay.
And matter of fact, it wasn't for Disney. It was for another network. And the project was they wanted me to recreate a instrumental that they had, but they couldn't clear. So they want me to do an original form, but I had to find all the instruments to make it sound just like how they wanted it to sound. So I had to go in, I had to change the guitar, go back and change the guitar like 5 or 6 times.
Man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And trying to find the perfect sounding guitar. Every time I send it back, that one's the, but this is the key. This is a business.
Yeah.
This is a business and you have to deliver. You know what I'm saying? You say you'll deliver, so you got to deliver. So, you know, you go and you find it, but once you find it and it's done, it's a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? But that one was another record one right there, for real. Trying to find perfect sounding guitar.
Yeah,
Drum
yeah.
would be crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh man, and yeah. So having those different experiences, how do you feel like that pushed you even more as an overall artist, or added to your what's the way I'm trying to say it? Just added to your layers as an overall artist. That's the best way to put it.
Well, it just gave me dimensions on, showing me what I can do, what the possibilities of what I can do. You dream about these things like, oh yeah, I know I could, if I got the opportunity, I could do this, I could do that. Now, when you do it, you know where you can go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, okay, if I get frustrated with the instrument, to just keep searching, keep searching. Keep searching. Oh, then I found it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So it's like now I know the levels of where to go to find that that perfect peak. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just stopping in frustration or the things we go through as artists. You know, I mean, and I still go through it. We all go through our times when our creative flow isn't popping like we want it, but when you exercise that muscle, you know what I'm saying, it gives you the ability to know how to push through those little tough moments and stuff like that. So that's what those experiences showed me, how to build those muscles in the business to be strong, to be able to deliver product.
Yeah, that's definitely a valuable lesson right there. Definitely valuable. So let's talk about Tea and Trees, which is the featured album of the day. And you describe on the cover, you describe it as a jazz hip hop experience. And also, one of the things that you and I were talking about was the fact that the album was originally supposed to be titled For You Ani, which is actually one of the tracks that's on Tea and Trees. And as you said, she was a huge influence on your musical taste and introducing you to jazz as a child. Now, so tell me about that experience of her exposing you to jazz, the creative headspace you were in when you composed For You Ani and each song on the album, and then just like the ultimate significance behind retitling the album Tea and Trees.
Okay, yeah, my aunt, man, she was real smooth, classy, real stylish, always wearing silk and gold and, driving a Cadillac. And she was just real smooth. You come in her house, it's incense burning and jazz playing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a whole nother feel when you come from your house. My aunt, she was single. She was just fly, She went roller skating. She was that. She was a noise, man. That's the ghetto bird growing up.
It's all good.
But, so as a kid, it already being into music, I took notice to it, and she would play it all the time. Then she would show me the different artists, the Grover Washington, the Miles Davis. She would be playing those different, records or CDs or whatever, and I took a liking to it. You know what I'm saying? I took a liking to the music and will always be up under her to hear it. So it definitely influenced me, and that's when I decided I wanted to do a jazz project. I initially wanted to name it For You Ani, but then it kind of evolved into Tea and Trees, just because I was thinking more around marketing it where, it could be more universal. Everybody can look at it in different ways, you know what I'm saying? The relaxation of taking a sip of tea and being in nature,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if you're meditating, however you get down, you know what I'm saying? You can interpret it however you choose. But it's a universal title that, I think will be more understandable for people, where they can interpret it however they want, than, having to ask a question as, what's for you, Auntie mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they, so I put that on one of the tracks that I really enjoyed, and I named that one For You, Auntie, so that her name still be stamped on the project. But the project, I have Monk's Type of Mood. That one was influenced, of course, by Thelonious Monk. Him being one of my favorite jazz musicians, jazz pianists. So that the vibe of that one is like kind of monkish or whatever. And then I have R.I.P. Dilla, which is of course in homage to Jay Dilla that passed away. The historic producer. I wouldn't even say legendary. I say historic producer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's actually one of my favorite songs on the album. I love that song, man.
That's your favorite joint?
That's one of them. It's one of them.
Cool. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. And then I had the joint Friends, right? Friends was actually a song, and it was about a friend of mine that you know how your friends can kind of turn on you.
Yeah.
So that song actually that track actually has lyrics to it.
Okay.
But I put it on there instrumentally, so that's how that appeared on the project. Then I have on there as well Vibin'. That one is like I wouldn't say it's an homage to anything, but I would definitely say I'm a big Roy Ayers fan.
I can hear that.
So,
I can hear that in there.
So that's where the inspiration for that track cut came about. You know what I'm saying? It's a real it's a vibing track where you just sit back and just kind of vibe out.
Yeah. Another one of my favorites right there.
Thanks, man. Then I have hold up, man. Okay, give me all the tracks on there. There's three more.
So you got
three more.
Is Leaf Dude? Is it Sism? What is it?
Yeah. That's it.
And then Jazz, Hip Hop, Funk.
Okay. Well, Jazz, Hip Hop, Funk. That one is like a real The reason why I titled it that is because that's what I feel that track encompasses.
Yeah.
It's jazz. It's hip hop, it's bebop in there, and it's funky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all that infused together,
Yeah.
And then the leaf, however it's spelled, I spelled it backwards.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Feel good music.
I like that. I was like, there's gotta be like some kind of rhyme or reason to that.
Yeah, man, I'm retarded. No, man, but and that one's pretty much self-explanatory, man. It's just a feel good experience, just good vibes, man. The whole vibe around the project, man, was just to have something that people could listen to and not feel any kind of negative energy, man. It's just like so much negative energy in people's music. They don't realize how much that permeates throughout people's lives, and that energy just goes from one person to another. So I wanted to put out a project that would, permeate positive energy, and also showcase my talent as a producer, because I want to work with all the artists in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do all kinds of tracks from hip hop to R&B to pop. It doesn't matter what it is, So I want, my hand is outstretched to everybody in the city. If you want to work, you want to do something, you doing something positive, definitely, reach out to me on Instagram. I'm sure we'll talk about that before, this over.
Yeah. You can actually give out your stuff now because we got to wrap up. So you can go ahead and let everybody know where they can hit you up.
Yeah. So any artists out there that want to reach out to me or just connect, follow me on Instagram at Yero Music. That's at YEROMUSIC. And I'll definitely be very receptive, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the opportunity and just acknowledging me as an artist. It shows me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and give me, more energy to keep on doing what I'm doing, man. And your platform is great, and I just want to say again, man, thank you for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's my pleasure, and I appreciate you for making good music, man, and just taking your craft seriously. I'm always in support of people, who's doing that. So it's my pleasure, man. So you can go ahead and introduce your favorite song on Tea and Trees to everybody.
No doubt. Hey, this is the Balance and Act radio show, right?
That's right.
Balance and Act radio show. This is Yero from Southeast DC out here in LA, and this is my song for you, Arnie, from my project Tea and Trees. It's a jazz hip hop experience. Peace.
segments, more music means more bars after this.
Win DC Radio brings to you the app. Yes, the app is now available on your Google Play and your App Store, on your iPhone or your Android, any of your pads that you might be using. Be it if it's an iPad, iPad mini, or if you have a Samsung Note, it doesn't matter what you have. Any mobile device, you can get the app so you can listen where you're at to Win DC Radio.
The Shops at Iverson is now undergoing a transformation, creating a mixed-use center where the community can come together to eat, shop, relax, and feel connected. The Shops at Iverson is a 600 KSF mixed-use property consisting of retail and office space now available. Located inside the Beltway on Branch Avenue, Maryland, just minutes from downtown D.C. It's an exciting time at the Shops at Iverson. Several beautiful renovation projects are ongoing, transforming the Shops at Iverson into the new safe community hub. DMV, get ready to enjoy the new food court. Opening late spring, early summer, featuring new restaurants like Chipotle, Quickway Hibachi, Tropical Smoothie, Wingstop, and free Wi-Fi. The Shops at Iverson, the original home of the world-famous Snickerdoodle cookies, is completing several cosmetic improvements to the mall interior, facade, and parking garage. The Shops at Iverson is the new home of Go Win Media, comprised of the DMV's premier internet radio stations, Go Radio Live and Win DC Radio. For updates and more details, check out shopiverson.com. That's shopiverson.com.
What's good, everybody? This your boy AJ Throwback, and when I'm plugging away at work and need a shot of energy, I'm tuned into the hot topics, dope music, and wild styles of my brothers and the kings of Monday night, Coach Taylor and Ransom Relic. His Breakout Kings Radio Mondays from 8 to 10 p.m. only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app.
Powered by GoWin.media.
Foreplay the Orgasm Show. I am your host, Hot Toddy, along with the Turn Up team, Miss Lolly and Showtime. Foreplay the Orgasm Show is each and every Tuesday night from 8 to 10, bringing you the sexy slow jams with very adult interactive conversation, only on Win DC Radio.
Man, look, y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy, Gerard Street Garvey, and my DJ, Kid Cannon. And when we together, you know what it is. Grind Season Radio, each and every Wednesday from 8 to 10 on Win DC Radio. Don't forget it. Yeah.
Looking for a new look? Check out Hair Academy 2 in the Shops at Iverson, Hillcrest Heights, Maryland. You'll get quality services done by developing stylists and barbers. Senior discounts offered weekly and free barbershop services available when you present a flyer. Chemical treatments are also available. Call 301-899-9100 for hours of operation. Hair Academy 2 in the Shops at Iverson, 3705 Branch Avenue, Suite 1010, lower level, Hillcrest Heights. A new look is waiting for you at Hair Academy 2.
We hope you didn't go too far. It's time for the second hour of the Balancing Act radio show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media. Whether they're artists, athletes, entrepreneurs, politicians, activists, or simply folks you need to know, we've got the line to the movers and shakers of DC, Maryland, Virginia, and beyond. This is 15 minutes of game on the Balancing Act radio show.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second hour of Bars. Here with your man, AJ Throwback, and we have another special guest live here in the studio with us, Miss Tia Day.
Yes, what up?
Welcome.
Hey.
Appreciate you coming through, you know what I'm saying, on time, you know.
Yes, I like to be on time, you know, I don't want nobody have anything bad to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Professionalism first.
It's all good. I will say this. I've been very fortunate since I've been doing bars that like everybody has been on time.
Great.
You know what I'm saying?
Great.
So like it's always a pleasure. Like when people take it seriously, take the platform seriously, and it reflects better on you as a brand.
Yes,
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? So
and it's respectful.
Yes, absolutely.
Because people have a show, you arrive late, your showtime gets cut. So
yeah.
And I need all my showtime.
I hear that. Okay. Hey, you gonna get all your showtime. Don't even worry about it.
Yes.
So speaking of brands, let's begin with a little thing I like to always do. What's in a name?
Okay.
You know, like, and I always usually like to start off my interviews this way. So the DAE, I'm a sucker for like acronyms. I love acronyms. Anybody know me? I brand myself the acronym king because I can come up with an acronym like it's nobody's business. So the day in your name actually stands for Dynamic Artist and Entertainer.
Yes.
Okay, so for the listener who's never heard your music or has never seen you perform live on stage as a singer or as an actress, what does dynamic look like in the Tia Day brand and experience?
Well, first, thank you for the question. I think it's an awesome question because I've never been, it's never been dissected like that. Just want to give shout out to Cat Kim Industries, young lady who I was working with. She did my website. Okay. And when I started working with her, we were working on the brand piece, and she, a dynamic artist and entertainer, actually derived from her thinking, and it exploded because she was painting a picture for me, as the artist, and just trying to encapsulate all of what I do. And my artistry is just dynamic. It's always evolving. It's always changing. It's a process with it, and it's passion filled. So things that are dynamic to me just seems like I hear or feel boom, boom, boom. Like 4th of July or something like that. Yeah. So.
I like that. Fireworks just popping off.
Popping off. So again, Cat Kim Industries actually helped to put that in motion for Tia Day. So I'm definitely very grateful for that.
Okay, yeah, and that now that connection makes sense because I think she and I following each other. I'm getting tongue tied. Follow each other on Instagram, so now I know that connection there. So all right, always dope, dope. So one of the things that jumped out to me from your bio, and I can definitely relate to this, is that you spent a lot of your time as a child playing make-believe. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of kids can relate to that, but it's something about the artist, like that kind of sort of shapes our path in life. And so talk about one of the most outlandish things that you pretended to do or be, and how you believe having such a consistently active imagination served you well as a well-rounded performing artist, especially as an actress.
Wow. So this is totally off of what I do as an artist, but I vividly remember being a little girl, and I was an only child, first of all. Okay. So, imaginary in imagination life. It's got to be created.
That's my son right now. He's the same way.
Yeah. So I remember and I recall being out back of the building that I lived in Northeast D.C., Nanny Helen Burroughs, and would always go out there and play. My mom could watch me from that window. Yeah. And I would roll up pennies. And put them all in wrappers. I probably roll up $3-4 worth of pennies. Okay. And then I would take them outside because I've always had this. I love money in the thing about wealth, but I'm not hooked on labels and things like that, if that makes sense. Okay. But I love money, what it can do for us.
Right.
So I took and something was planted deep inside of me that I could take these pennies and wrap them up and go outside and turn around as fast as I can, because my imaginary friend name was Twinkle.
Twinkle, okay.
Twinkle brought me many unexpected dollars in the road, here and there. So I would go out there every now and then, and I was spin around real fast
Yeah.
and throw the damn pennies. They fall wherever they fall. And then, you know, I'm dizzy as hell at that point. So I got to slow down.
Yeah.
Because that was my way of giving back to the universe.
Okay. Okay.
And then I would go, and this is how I believed. Because then I would go searching for where the heck those pennies were.
Yeah.
And I could never find those rolled up pennies.
Yeah.
So it was like, yes, it marinated into the universe. And I always have been able to stumble across some type of folded up dollars here, there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't, you know, stumbled across a whole lot, but that's coming too.
But you stumbled.
Yes. So that's one of the most outlandish things I feel like I've done, just to create the energy that I want in my life.
Yeah, that's an amazing story. I can say I didn't do any of that in my imagination. But that's creative, though. That's really creative. So speaking of your acting career, so one of the I've watched quite a few clips. Like I ain't gonna lie, I got hooked on Anacostia. I was like, okay, I need to watch this whole entire series. Oh my goodness, this is like, all right, I'm with this.
Anderson is ridiculous with it.
Yeah.
Hashtag greatness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we get to Anacostia, because I definitely want to talk about that. So one of the things, or two of the things that jumped out to me, or two words that jumped out to me watching like your acting style, is intensity and range. And I think a lot of times with intensity, you can be taught intensity, but I think that's something that's more internal than anything. But I think with range, it's one of those things, you can come with range, but sometimes you have to be taught a little bit more range. So do you feel like that was something for you? Like, is it something like you having like acting coaches or anything like that? Can you attribute it to that, or do you attribute it to it being more natural for you, or is it a combination of both?
Now, is this particularly for the just the role of Deanna, or is this overall?
This is overall, like just like thinking about your roles, like in Thick, LaVonda King, I forget what the stage, Last Call, and then it was like another one that was like really good. Like I think you played a mother, and it was like two boys. Like it was a scene where like.
Oh, that is Beyond City Limits.
Beyond City Limits, right. Yeah. So like in all of these roles, like you play these like different parts. Like let me tell you, Thick. Oh my gosh, you was stone cold. You was stone cold. You pulled that knife on that girl. And, oh my goodness, I was like, whoo.
I told her I had everything under goddamn control. And she wanted to keep testing. She wanted to keep testing to me. So you know.
Man, but just like it shows so much range, and so that's really what I'm like asking, like in terms of like your ability to play different characters and like give each character its own personality. Like, what do you attribute it? Is it a thing of coaching? Is it a thing of like that's just who you are? Or is it a little bit of both?
It's definitely a little bit of both.
Okay.
It also comes. It derives from experience, life experience. The role with Deanna Grayson from Anacostia, Anthony put that description out.
Yeah.
I went to the audition in my mind knowing who Deanna was because I was emulating a lady that I looked at as my aunt for many years. She's passed on, but Miss Karen is damn Deanna. Okay? So I channeled that energy that I watched growing up and I poured that into Deanna.
Yeah.
As far as Thick, I actually went and auditioned for the assassinator's role. Because I felt like I could play a lesbian assassin. But the writer and director felt differently. And they asked me to come in and audition. I auditioned a few times for the lead role. And they said that they wanted to pull something out of me, and I give a lot of kudos and thanks to Anthony and Cheryl Green for seeing that in me.
Yeah.
Because all of the roles or things that I had done before Thick were, you know, just out of that range. That character, Teresa St. James, I had to become very cold and calculated and just a cold hustler.
Yeah.
You know, that's not me. You
Right.
know, I'm straight Twinkie over here, you know. Oh, but I can give it, you know.
Right.
But
right.
it was fun being able to, and that's the beauty of acting for me, is because, and I'm still make believing to this day.
Yeah.
Because the fact that I get to go and I can, I'm not sure if you've seen my role in CEO. I played a vicious crackhead.
Wow.
You know, shout out to Antoine T. Money. You know, he saw something in me and he asked me what would I want to do. I said, you know what, I want to play a dope thing. Don't know why, you know. But I've never been that type that I want to go after lead roles. I like supporting and character roles because to me, those roles you get to color so far outside the line.
Yeah.
Whereas a main character, you like with Thick, there was no coloring outside the line. I had to be what she was.
Right. Yeah, I can understand that, and that's a perfect segue into now talking about Anacostia. So like Deanna Grayson, she's, you know, she is a supporting character, and it's actually a role that you won. You were nominated for a Daytime Emmy Award in 2015 for Outstanding New Approaches in a drama series. And then also you were nominated for an Indie Series Award in 2016 for Best Supporting Actress in a Drama. So talk about the experience of being in that particular supporting role as Deanna. Because it was funny, I was watching one of the episodes, and it's funny because like kind of pulling into what you were talking about, being able to color outside the lines, you know, as a supporting character. Like everybody played their role, but it was something about when you stepped on the scene, like it just had like a little bit more pizzazz.
You
know?
see, I'm just saying.
You know, like, and I always like appreciate in movies when like, cause it's easy. Well, I won't say it's easy. It's hard to play the main, like you just said, you know, because you have to stick to that particular script.
Absolutely.
But as a supporting character, and anytime I watch a movie, I always look at how support, or any TV show, because I mean, you think about something like Martin. You know, like, yeah, you had Martin, you had Gina, they were like the lead characters.
Right.
And of course you had Tommy, you had Cole, you had Pam, but then it was like all the other characters like Miss Jerry or Nipsey or Sinead or Bruh Man.
Everybody that played that integral part of making it greater, but they didn't have. Martin was Martin because, you know, he had to be silly. But everybody else in their roles, even if the script was written one way, the beautiful thing is that they could enhance the writing.
Right.
In comedy, I'm going into comedy.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm real funny. I'm telling you, I'm going to be a comedian and a rapper in my next life.
And what's funny is that even as Deanna, like, it's in a drama, but like, it was one scene where I forget what the girl's name, like you was trying to, it was like some kind of ball.
At Damo.
Right.
And I met her at the mailbox.
And it was the way you came on the scene. I don't even think you meant to be funny, but you was still funny anyway. And then, like, I guess your husband, he was working on his car, and when you came to, like I said, I don't even think you meant it to be funny, but it was hilarious the way that you delivered the lines, because it was like, I'm sitting there like, this isn't supposed to be funny, but I'm laughing like a mug. So I think that that's like a really awesome thing that you're able to give, and that's what I mean, that range. You know what I'm saying? Even in a supporting role, be able to like give different kinds of like emotions and feelings all in one role, you know? And
well, it starts with the writing.
Yeah.
So again, shout out to Anthony Anderson, Southeast Boy Entertainment, or Southeast Boy Productions, excuse me. Anthony has a way of writing, and then he looks for his team to bring that forth. I always ask for permission when I'm working with any writer or director. Do I have permission to, you know, add a little bit, you know, put a little ebonic on or something, you know. So they allow me to do that. So because it's one scene when we at the car, and I think I was like, bingo. That wasn't in the damn script. But it felt so good right then. I'm about energy. I'm about the universe. I am about positive vibes.
Yeah.
I go off of what God puts on the pit of my stomach.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm definitely I'm here for that, and I definitely see it in everything that I've watched that you've done. Like you give that. Whatever the role calls for, it still has the energy, and it has the energy that the role calls for. But if it's a role where you can add more to it, you definitely do. And it pops off the screen, I gotta admit. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate that. And then, I look at my roles like I look at my music. And I know we're going to get into that. But my roles, I want people to know who I am as a musical artist. If they hear a song and they're familiar with, oh, that's Tia Day, I love that. But I don't like the redundancy of sound when an artist sounds the same on every single track. That's me personally.
Right.
So in my roles, I try to make sure that the roles and what I'm giving to that role is going to be something that somebody is not going to be. It's not going to be in comparison. Well, oh, she was just like that on this. So
Right, pigeonholing yourself.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to do that, especially as an actress, you know what I'm saying, or as a singer, you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Like, you definitely want to show that range and that intensity in your music, and that is a perfect segue into your music.
Well, I'm glad we're segueing the right way.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You set it up, I knock them down, you know. So you've been active in the music industry for over 2 decades, that's right? Was it been long?
Performing,
okay. So performing.
Singing for over 2 decades.
Okay.
I did not start professionally acting until 2013.
Okay.
I mean, excuse me, 2003.
Okay.
And then by 2009, that's when my career really expanded by way of the Anacostia series.
Okay.
But the music, that's embedded in me.
Yeah.
That's performing professionally started early, preteen. And then teenage years, had the opportunity, like you know, to do a multitude of things. But when you are a teenager and your mind is set on being a mom, life kicked in. So my responsibility, music had to be secondary. Although I worked hard as hell. To still make it primary. But of course, being a mom is first.
Right. Yeah, I can understand that. So, given the length of time like you've performed professionally, like what are some of the changes that you've seen in like the industry in terms of like styles and tastes, and like how have you specifically been able to like adjust to all of those changes while staying true to who you are?
Right. It's definitely changed because no one's really singing these days as far as R&B is concerned. You still have your neo soul, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu that may do something here and there, but no one's really singing. Beyonce came out singing. Beyonce is rapping. Respect. No, I give Beyonce. She's definitely. I'm going ape shit. She's made. But music evolves. I look at how there was once upon a time disco music that don't really get the edge.
Right.
But people add different elements into their music. I think that music today is just a mixing pot of all different genres of music, and these producers and the technology have allowed them to not necessarily need a live band. I love singing live. I am not a track star at all. Okay. As far as how I make my music and stay true to what I do is, if I hear it, I like it. I'm going to eventually love it after I have marinated on it, because I don't gravitate to just anything in my ear listens for things that are so different. I'm not. There was once upon a time where I felt like I had to stay in a box. With my first album, and shout out to Bright Vision Entertainment for It's a New Day becoming into fruition. But at the end of the day, I'm not just a neo soul artist.
Right. Right.
I love all kinds of music. If I'm asked to sing a gospel song, I'm not a gospel artist, but I'm going to do my best to give you whatever that gospel song needs. If it's a country song, I will perform with any artist if the music is right, because music is just is instruments that are combined together to make the soul feel good. And once you get those juices dancing around on the inside of you, it doesn't make a difference. I go in a restaurant and they playing soca, and I'm just moving my body. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'm just dancing. You know. So I love music. So when people ask me, I've been saying this for years now, and I used to get dinged as far as what's your genre? All of them. It's like, nah, I am truly a soul artist infused with R&B, funk, jazz. You know, I am under the umbrella of R&B, but it has a hip hop. It has a DC, because I am in the heart of go-go.
Right.
And being an artist in DC, having a live band, and working to break away from people wanting to come out and bang and bounce all night. I'm bringing you something real sexy, you know, and we may turn up a little bit. But it's not going to be go-go. You know, it has a tone and that sharp undertone of go-go. That's because Red Essence, you know, is my favorite. Go-go band. I just feel like the music has evolved. It's going to continue to evolve, but I'm going to always stay true to what I feel and what I believe. And eventually it'll catch fire, because it's a lot of songs to me that made, I'm trying to figure out, like, oh, that made the radio? Well, I'm not sure they made the radio yet. You know, like, I'm talking about mainstream radio. But it's not that I'm looking like, oh, that's messed up, you made it, I didn't. It's just like, I need to find out what you doing. So that I can do it too. You know, because my goal is, I'm not here to be better than anyone. I'm here to be the greatest Tia Day that I can be.
Absolutely. And that's that definitely leads us into Day Collection, which is your most recent album, full body of work. So you talk about diversity of genre, like it's a lot of different sounds and different feelings. Like every song like has its own personality. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the things that I appreciate about it. Now talk about your songwriting and creative process with creating the songs on Day Collection. How it differed from your previous projects, and because you talked about being more in a box. On It's a New Day, that was the album?
Well, a lot of about 40% of those songs were written before I had got with that team.
I see.
Okay. But I worked with that team, and I did most of the writing for that album.
Okay.
Everything that you hear is from an experience in my life somehow or another.
Okay.
When I say in a box, it's just more so that particular manager or team felt like I was just neo soul, and I'm not just neo soul.
Right.
And I just, you know, at the end of the day, that's why Day Collection is called Day Collection. It's a collection of sounds, and it's something for every listener to appreciate. And that's the beauty about internet, because you can pick if you want to buy a single, if you want to buy the album, baby, it's up to you. But some people, like for me, and again, I'm going off of my feelings, and I know it's about the mass and the public, and I'm working to touch them. But the whole thing is, I gotta feel it first and then put it out. Everybody won't like everything.
Right.
I don't like every single thing on a Beyonce album. There are a few tracks that I really, really like. The ones that I don't, I freaking skip. If you don't like it, skip it.
Right.
But the whole thing is, I have something for everybody. If you like just some loungy type of music, if you want something that's real, giving you like a rock feel, you know, like last night, you know. And when I say everything is real, Everything is real. I'm an open book. I don't really, I'm not afraid to be honest about anything.
Right. And that's good. That's good. I mean, I think that's one of the things that I appreciate the most about your music is that it's soulful no matter what the sounds, what the vibe of the song is, whether it's like an edgy pop or rock kind of feel, or whether it's like a DC go-go type of undertone to it, or whether it's R&B, neo soul. It's still soul there. It's still feeling there, and it's still, you could tell that it's from real experiences. And that's the type of music personally that I always gravitate toward anyway. Like music where I feel like, okay, that person went through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or that person experienced that, or that came from something.
Yes.
So and that's that tees us up to another one.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to shout out another one because it was actually our first Fish Grease Pick of the Week for our People's Choice Edition.
Yeah,
it's the very first one, and it's been on the 5 Alarm Blaze Countdown twice. Almost won. Almost won the first one. So, talk about was there a specific experience with that song? That song sounded really personal.
Yes. And actually, shout out to Nosh Jones. She and I collaborated on that project together. She actually brought the skeleton to me.
Okay.
She had already had an outline of what she wanted. She was like, Day, I need you, Day. And she ran me down and told me how much she needed me.
Yeah.
But me and Notes work very, very well because she also assisted me with my song, My Love, as well. But she brought this project to me.
Okay.
It was based off of an experience that she had.
Okay.
And it was more so, I'm tired of being another one, for whatever reason, to whatever extent. But I then added my sentiments. I'm like, goddamn it, I'm not going to be another one either. You know what I'm saying? So we sat in the closet. That's the way I like to sit sometimes, especially if I have a nice walk-in closet, just sit there and marinate. We sat on the floor for days.
Wow.
For days, and when I put my mind to something, I'm gonna get it done. Mm-hmm. Jeffrey Dollison can let you know that a guy from L.A. hit me up with the track for "Bring Out the Love." That's more of my fitness workout.
Yeah, I could get that.
Yeah,
I got that vibe from it.
And he and I we clicked, and when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm about my word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about my word. But that song was very true to heart because Notes and I worked on it, and we went into the studio together, and just played around with what we had until we got what we wanted, and we just won't be another one.
Mm-hmm. It's a solid song right there. Definitely feeling that one, especially when you first sent it to us. It's been a hit for us.
And then shout out to Kay, the producer, because my goodness, when she told me it wasn't just about the lyrics that she had already come with. It was when it's about hearing the music.
Right.
The track was so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, it's no way we can't work on this immediately and get this, so he made a great track, and we just put some fire behind it and just made some more heat. That's why we was blazing.
Absolutely. So including anything that you have going on right now, what new acting and singing projects can we expect from you in the near future, and what do you envision for yourself in terms of taking your all-around artistry, whether it's acting, whether it's singing, whether it's songwriting, to even greater heights than before?
Things are always going to be in motion as far as it comes to acting or singing. For me right now, I am reading for another happy hour theater style play with Nameless Theater that will be taking off in December.
Okay.
All of that stuff will be posted on my social media, and I'll give that at the end.
Okay.
Working on a project with Harold Jackson. I'm also in his project where I played the preacher's wife. It's called The Meek. It's streaming live on Amazon Prime right now.
Okay, yeah.
And working on a project with him in reference to that I can't pronounce that guy. The guy that got killed in Minneapolis.
Oh, Philando Castile.
Yeah, I'm just bad with pronouncing his name.
It's all
but
good.
Working on a project that's something that is based around that type of situation.
I see.
As far as music, by God's good grace, He's heard my prayers. I have a manager now. Her name is Miss Wanda J. She is everything that I've prayed for. And awesome. We've been working the last couple of weeks just to get things in motion so that she can take all of what I've been doing and, get it under a belt so we can build more of that official team.
Gotcha.
But the music is always evolving. I work with a band of musicians, and we're just going to let Wanda work things out to start booking the shows and getting with promoters. So, again, if everybody would just stay connected with my social media, I'm always posting when things are happening. I don't post just my everyday life, but when it's going on, I'm posting it. So it'll always be there. As far as where do I see Tia Day, I see Tia Day at one point in time singing was my main claim to fame. Being on stage, on a mic, I love to perform. I love to entertain. God has opened things up and has shown me that I'm more than just a singer. I'm more than just an actress. I'm a mom. I'm a super mom. I love my 2 daughters. Want to be an activist to some extent. Philanthropist. I love nature and helping. I don't mind taking my heels off and getting down, getting my hands dirty. It don't make a difference if it's my show. If things need to get done, I am not all the way up here. Although when you do get to a certain stature in life, I won't have to do that, but this gal right here is not afraid to get her hands dirty. I see myself, like I shared with you earlier, just being a co-host, doing some motivational speaking and things like that. God has an array of things set up for me for my future right now, and I'm really, really excited about embarking on all of those things. Yeah,
I mean, you definitely have the personality and the drive to do whatever you want to do. I mean, you have energy. And that can carry you in so many different ways, whether it's as an artist, whether it's philanthropy, whether it's being a mom. You know what I'm saying? You need that. And it's definitely showing up in everything that you do. So, we definitely here at Bars will be very supportive of you going forward. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know where they can connect with you on social media and where they can find your music as well.
Well, the music is on all social media music outlets, from iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all of that. Just search Tia Day. That's TIADAE. That's also my website. That's how you can find me pretty much anywhere. TIADAE. That's my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that good stuff. But if you just Google it, if you just Google me, baby, you can find it too. And then it was one other thing that it slipped my mind, but yeah, people can find me there and get all the information there.
Yeah, and also where they can find the different roles you play, whether it's Anacasia, Thick, The Meek.
All of that is on my YouTube page, and like, again, just in the process. That's what Dynamic is all about, just in the process of upgrading my website and doing all of those things to, come a little bit more current. And but everybody can find everything on YouTube. I upload pretty much everything, and Anacasia can be found on you. If you have not seen Anacasia, the web series, I don't think they're going to invite me back for the next season, because me and Anthony be fighting all the time. I love him. But no, you need to definitely start at season 1. Yes. You need to start at season 1, see what Anthony has cooking, man, and just get your life. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a treat. Trust me. Yeah. So we talked about you having a few bars for us vocally.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you got a little.
Got a little something. So yeah, I do have a little something that's gonna be on a more jazzier side of things, you know. But this is just I sing this now live with my band. It's a different rendition of the way that I'm gonna do it right now. But this just talks about how being a single parent is really hard.
Okay.
You know, and you will definitely, and I'm going to be singing this really jazzy, but I'm going to give it to you real sexy.
It's all good. All right.
Waking up early in the morning, feeling like I'm going to really lose my mind today. Thinking about all the things I have to do just to get on my own way. I gotta make bottles, press out all the clothes, check homework, and then think about me. I can't do this all by myself. That's why I need a little more help. Waking up early in the morning, feeling like I'm going to really lose my mind today.
Yes, man, that's the words and the delivery of it. I mean, my goodness, like I felt that. I felt that. That's yeah. Is that gonna be on something?
Yeah. So again, you know, my goal is to do like some unplugged things, and I'm trying. Patience is one of the things that I've been praying God for.
Yeah.
Because my band members would tell you I'm hot like a firecracker. But now that Wanda J is in place, we're really working to streamline this thing appropriately so that it runs efficiently. And soon, man, by God's grace, what I envision is you'll see a Tia-Day tour bus, you know.
Yeah.
It's going to be a one-woman show.
Okay.
And we're going to rock it out like that.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming through to the Balancing Act radio show, sharing your story, sharing your talent live, you know, which I'm sure my listeners appreciate, you know what I'm saying? And you can go ahead and tee up your latest single.
All right. And this right here was the fish grease of the week, right?
Fish grease pick, yeah.
Fish grease pick of the week, and the 5-alarm hot blaze. I think I be messing my words up. I need to have it written down. I need a cue card. But listen, it was streaming, and Balancing Act Radio definitely loves another one. So here's another one, guys.
This is Bars.
It's amazing to me how he thinks I'm stupid.
Crazy Kate on them beats, hey.
Telling me all those lies.
I just can't be, won't be another one.
All those times.
I just refuse to be another one.
I knew it.
I just can't be, won't be another one.
I knew it.
I just refuse to be another one.
When it all began, I was looking for a friend, then I discovered another you. That look in your eyes caught me by surprise. I'm wondering what's up with you. You told me to trust in you, that I could depend on you. There's nothing you wouldn't do, but that's when I had no clue. Tell me what has changed for you. This love affair I thought was true, but now I'm seeing deceitful sides of you. Just refuse to be another one, begging me to stay when I know there's nothing there. I just can't be, won't be another one. Told me that you love me, but never showed you care. I just can't be, won't be another one, begging me to stay when I know there's nothing there. I just refuse to be another one. You with my soul, gave you complete control. I gave my all to you. Then to turn around to find out everything about you wasn't true. You said I could trust in you, that I should believe in you. How could I be such a fool? Your words never had no truth. Tell me what has changed for you. This love affair I thought was true, but now I'm seeing another side of you. It's true. You told me that you love me, but never showed you care. I just refuse to be another one, begging me to stay when I know there's nothing there. I just can't be, won't be another one. Told me that you love me, but never showed you care. I just can't be, won't be another one, begging me to stay when I know there's nothing
refuse to be another one begging me to stay when I know there's nothing there. You know I just can't be, won't be another one. Told me that you love me, but never you told me I just can't be, won't be another one begging me to stay when I know there's nothing there. There's nothing there, there's nothing there. You told me that you love me, but never should you care. I just refuse to be another one begging me to stay when I know there's nothing there. I just can't be, won't be another one. Told me that you love me, but never should you care. I just can't be, won't be another one begging me to stay when I know there's nothing there. I just refuse to be another one.
Organizing any type of event to benefit the people in your neighborhood? Then submit it for the Bars Community Calendar. Send all important information, including point of contact, to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
Like they popped the molly. Got everybody in here shaking their bodies, getting they flex on. Everybody's out on the dance floor, come on, join the party. I know you wanna rock that body, body. Oh, when I saw you from across the room, I knew that I was gonna have you, so I started working my body. You're checking me out, cause I'm a hottie. Shake, baby, shake, 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 baby, shake, baby, shake, don't break it. Shake, 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 baby, shake, baby, shake, 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 baby, shake, baby, shake, don't break it. Shake, 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 shake. You know we in the building. Everybody's popping bottles, turned up, feeling it. Club on lockdown. The DJ spinning, got the whole crowd zoned out. Doing my own thing. You tell the way you're looking at me, boy, you impressed. Making my way over to you, and I know I'm looking good in my freakum dress. Gotta get you home with me tonight and soon, so I can get to know you better. Checking my body. I see you looking, cause you know I'm a hottie. Shake, baby, shake, shake, shake,
Shake it.
shake, baby, shake, baby, shake, don't break it.
Don't break it.
Shake, shake, shake,
Rajay.
shake, 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 baby, shake, baby, shake, shake, shake,
Shake it.
shake, baby, shake, baby, shake, don't break it.
Nah.
Shake, 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 shake.
Twerk, twerk, drop it for me, little mama. Work, work, overtime, little mama. I got the answers to your questions, girl, you got a problem. Lick your Oreo feeling, call me the Cookie Monster. Let me whisper in your ear. The way you move it got emotions rising over here. Party over here, nothing over there. We got them jumping and shaking everywhere.
Now I got you home with me tonight. I knew that I would get to know you better. Stripping my body, cause you know I'm a hottie. Shake, 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 baby, shake, baby, shake, don't break it. Shake, 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 baby, shake, baby, shake, 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 baby, shake, baby, shake, don't break it. Shake, 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 shake.
Welcome back to the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah. We are back closing out Balancing Act Radio Show. That was, of course, Miss Tia Day with Shake featuring Rob James. And at the top of the set, we had one of the most popular songs on in our bar's history, another one. Like we said before, it was the first Fish Grease Pick of the Week back in June when we first started the show, and it's been on the 5 Alarm Blaze Countdown twice. So, of course, yeah, we got a few announcements to make, so let's go ahead and get right to it.
Organizing any type of...
wrong one. Yeah, it's like that. It's been one of those days, you know what I'm saying? Don't mind me. But, yeah, we're going to get it right. We're going to get it right. Bear with me 1 second. And
let's see what's happening on the bar's community calendar.
All right, so everybody knows voter registration deadlines are coming up. If you are in Virginia, the deadline is actually Monday, October 15th. And if you are in DC or Maryland, the deadline is Tuesday, October 16th. But you can still vote, or you can still register in person on Election Day, which is Tuesday, November 6th. So for more information, visit, you can just Google whatever county that you're in, whatever state you're in. You can find the websites, because I know, I live in Montgomery County, so they have a specific website for their Board of Elections, but there's also like State Board of Elections as well. So just, find out, Google whatever your particular state, county, whatever your Board of Elections is, and make sure that you are registered to vote in a very, very important election coming up on November 6th. We saw what happened with the whole thing with Brett Kavanaugh getting confirmed by the Senate. So, yeah, some people got to go. And if you're in another state where you had somebody who voted for him to be in there, or just have been doing nonsense, it's time to make your vote count. Get the people in that you need to get in, and get the people out that need to be out. Also, tomorrow, Carolina Music Universal will be doing their Facebook Friends Festival. That's tomorrow, October 11th. And that will be at L8 Lounge, 727 15th Street Northwest here in Washington, D.C. Features dancers, food specials, special guest DJs, photo shoot, and live entertainment featuring D Black and the homie Young Gifted, who we had on the show a few weeks ago. Cost is $10 online, $15 at the door until midnight. First 50 ladies free and discounted tickets available online. Ladies free before 10 p.m. and open bar from 10 to 11 p.m. For more info, visit facebookfriendsthursdays.eventbrite.com. The Prince George's African American Museum and Cultural Center at North Brentwood, they will be doing a series in conjunction with the Anacostia Art Center Vivid Gallery at PGAAMCC. It'll be 40 Acres Deferred. It's an exhibition curated by, I think his name is pronounced Malik Glee. And that will be starting Friday, October 12th, 2018, and will run until Friday, January 18th, 2019. The opening reception, of course, on Friday from 6 to 9 p.m., and this will be held at the Prince George's African American Museum and Cultural Center, 4519 Rhode Island Avenue, North Brentwood, Maryland. Like I said before, it's in conjunction with the Anacostia Art Center Vivid Galleries exhibition 789, and that's showing from Friday, October 12th to Saturday, November 17th. And both exhibits are a mixed media group show looking at African-American migratory patterns and the process of peacemaking, ownership, and autonomy. Featured artists include Guy Miller, Lionel Frazier, Monique Muse-Dodd, Tim Davis, Sudaika Zinga Terrell, Joan Gaither, Kimberly Cunningham, Lloyd Foster, David Cassidy, and Beverly Price. The cost is absolutely free. For more info and register for the exhibition opening, register at 40acresdeferred.eventbrite.com. Last but not least, The Economic Development Committee of the Fairfax County Branch National Association for the Advancement of Colored People will be holding the first annual Fairfax NAACP Veteran and Minority Business Expo Saturday, December 15th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and that will be at the Thomas Jefferson High School, 6560 Braddock Road, Alexandria, Virginia. Cost is $60 for vendors, $20 for additional tables. Attendees are encouraged to donate $7 for the Fairfax NAACP to continue their advocacy work in Fairfax County. For more info, please contact Nikki Zimmerman at 571-309-2621 or email veterans@fairfaxnaacp.org or economicdev@fairfaxnaacp.org. We got one last thing to do before we close out, so let's get to it.
Words of wisdom to get you through the rest of your week. These are the bars for life.
And so I wanted to pull in this quote. This is from Thomas Carlyle, whose book, actually, The French Revolution in History, was the inspiration behind Charles Dickens' classic, A Tale of Two Cities. Carlyle said, "He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything." And so I've been in a lot of conversations with people in terms of, just taking care of physical health and, just doing better. Personally, like, I've been eating differently. I've been working out and things of that nature. And, but, this particular week I've been fatigued and, I've been dealing with some personal issues. But for the most part, just living a healthy life, and not just physically healthy, but holistic, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, just overall, just like having a healthy mindset, a healthy body, and everything. And so it's really important to have all of those things, because that's where your wealth is. It's, health is wealth, and that's all across the board. And that actually connects with the quote from last week from Diane Ackerman. I don't want to get to the end of my life and find that I lived just the length of it. I want to have lived the width of it as well. And part of living a long and full life is being holistically healthy, so we can fully enjoy that life. So we don't feel like we're handcuffed by ailments or handcuffed by things that don't allow us to be our best and highest functioning selves. So those are the bars of life that I leave with everybody. Before we officially close out, definitely want to send some shout outs. Happy anniversary to the Forests. Mike and Aisha, they're celebrating 8 years of marriage. As of yesterday, it was their 8-year anniversary. So definitely shout out to them. They're huge supporters of the show. And, definitely want to show them some love. Libra season shout outs continue. My cousin India and Jamie, all the way up in Chester. October 10th, they celebrate a birthday today. Enuma, my homegirl, Mary Brown, MJB, the real MJB as I call her, and somebody who definitely was a part of my growing up. May she rest in paradise. Cecilia Wirtz, celebrating birthdays October 11th. Mike Brisky, my homie from Hobart William Smith Colleges, and Felix, my first trainer at NBYLI, celebrating birthdays on, I believe, Saturday, October 13th. My homegirl Melissa from School Without Walls, Stephanie from NBYLI, celebrating birthdays October 14th, Sunday, and the homie Wes Felton and my homegirl Carmia, also from School Without Walls, celebrating birthdays next Monday, October 15th. So Libra season, we still rolling along strong. Make sure y'all stay tuned in later today. Different Mind Radio show from 6 to 8 p.m. and Grind Season Radio from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on WinDCRadio.com. I definitely got to make sure I send a shout out before I close the show. Nina and Becky, let's be clear. They're on every other Tuesday along with Mike's Corner. Mike, Will, Sko, Mr. Sean, you know what I'm saying? Mike's Corner Tuesday. I'm sorry if I said Wednesday. Every other Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. right here on WinDCRadio.com. And make sure y'all check out all the programming we got on here. Shout out once again to my homie Yero. Make sure y'all find that Tea and Trees. It's on CD Baby. It's on iTunes. It's on, I believe, all major streaming platforms. Make sure y'all support that if you love what you heard. And also make sure you support Miss Tia Day. Make sure you follow her on social media. Follow both on social media. look up all of their music. And Miss Tia Day, make sure you look up all her acting on YouTube, and it's different places on the web. And shout out to everybody from Team Bars tuned in today, rolling strong as always. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Love every last one of y'all. We will be back next week. We will have author Kendra Fowler will be here, also known as Miss K. We'll be talking to her about her latest book. And just make sure y'all tune in. Tell your friends. This is the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. Once again, love each and every last one of y'all. And y'all have a good rest of the week. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Bars, 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 bars.
And that's it.
I did it. Mommy did it?
Yes. I do it.
Oh.
You want to say the bars, bars?
You want to do bars, bars?
Bars, 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 bars.